Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and honorable guests. Today I would like to welcome distinguished Toastmaster support, distinguished Toastmaster Venus, and distinguished Toastmaster Kaisan. Thank you for coming, and thanks everyone to come and join Toastmaster today. Today is the meeting is the Toastmaster number 33. And my name is Warathon Urathon. I am acting president again today. Today, as you know, that we have 3 speakers. The first one is myself, and the second one is Toastmaster Wang, and the third one is Toastmaster Ben. I would like to say that I'm very glad to join the Toastmaster for every time, and today as well. I would like to you guys who join the master maybe for the first time to tell your friends and people you know that Toastmaster will give benefit to people that coming to the meeting. I think I should open the Toastmaster, so I think I call on the meeting number 33. I would like to pass the floor to the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster. Thank you. Thank you.
Toastmaster can do anything anytime. The first thing that we should ask you is Toastmaster of the day. In any Toastmaster meeting, Toastmaster of the day is the person like an MC who will conduct the meeting. I have to the meeting today will be as other meeting of Toastmaster. We will have 3 sections. First section is table topic session, who is the table topic session? Have anybody? Venus will be table topic session. So I will not explain all about table topic session. Let her do the duties later. But it is an impromptu. You will call to ask question, answer the question and you have 2 minutes to answer those questions. Now it will be a prepared speech. Today I saw in the agenda that there are 3 speakers, and I asked people here that I have to add a little bit since I come to the government officer that you need to know something about what will happen next year in Thailand. And that's why I think that I will deliver an unclassified speech, very short and unclassified speech, to let you know what will happen to this country next year. Mostly about ASEAN and about the premiership of Thailand in ASEAN. And third thing is evaluation session. Your speech will be evaluated, all of your speech will be evaluated by DDM Kaisan. So I think we should start with word of the day. Word of the day is TMJ. Please welcome her, TMJ.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Jay. Today today word is word of the day. I would like to present actionable. Actionable is mean ready to go or ready for use. To retrieve actionable copy from computer. And next thought of the day, I would like to present actions speak louder than words. In my opinion, it means just like people say something and make promise. They no intentions for no intention of keeping on daily basis. Just tell someone what you want to do, but until your behavior coincides with that, the other person will probably not believe in you more. For your opinion, what does this mean about action speak louder than words? Any volunteers? How about yes?
Action speaks louder than words. If we talk so much but only talk, nothing will happen. So we talk and then we show. For example, if we say to the person, I love you, but we do nothing, so it's not true. So what we do is, I love you, and then we help and love the person. That is the action. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Just like we no need to talk much, we just need to do much. Okay, just like I would like to be a leader in the future. No need to talk much. Just try to do my work hard or try any ways to be a leader in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, TMJ, for giving us word of the day, the thought of the day. Action speak louder than words. If you want to improve your leadership and communication skill, you have to come to Toastmaster meeting. Not just thinking that, but you have to come here, you have to exchange with other people, other Toastmasters. So I look at the agenda, I said, guess the word game. I have never experienced this before. Can anybody explain what is the activity of guess the word game? That's what I
Yes, last time we just started this game. Today is the second time to be played. It was just like to be make everyone agree.
So I may I invite Toastmaster J to come in, please, and conduct the session.
For guess the word games, we will separate to be team, maybe 3 teams, 2 of each. 2, yes, can match now, 2 of each. Everyone can join. Ajahn also. Yes, and then we will bring one of our team, yes. Yes, so you cannot see the background behind.
Oh.
And then the word will be shown. And then just let me guess the word behind it. Yes, just like 11 players. Yes, just like this. can start now. But at first, just smashing the tea first.
Please speaking, take the action, yes.
And I need one leader of each team to stand here to pick up who will be the first one, the first team. ขอตัวแทนหนึ่งคนนะคะแต่ละทีม เดี๋ยวตอบอีกทีก่อนก็ได้ค่ะว่าใครจะเล่นทีมไหนมีกี่ทีมมีค่ะ3 ทีมการทุกคนเล่นด้วยไหมคะ
เนี่ยสี่คนนี้หนึ่งทีม
ให้คนเล่นเถอะ
ได้จะมี3 ทีมค่ะทีมเป็นทีมแรกเลยค่ะก็ดีค่ะเดี๋ยว you can choose the category sport ขอ1 คนค่ะ1 คนไปAre you ready? We will have 1 minute. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. And 3, 2, 1, start. Yes. Haley.
Ladies, but one hand.
Volleyball. Handball.
Yes. Ladies, but one hand.
Basketball.
Kata. One card.
30 minutes left. And one action. 10 minutes left. Sorry, 6 seconds. 2 words, 2 points. Thumbs up. No? I guess you do the action. Or do you like to do the guessing? I do action. Sports.
Ladies, people, movie, cartoons, animal.
Animal is here. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
1 minute.
You can just do it, okay?
1 minute. And let's start.
Oh, very long neck. Very long.
One point.
แรกเลยไม่ได้ถูก
In the forest.
ไทเกอร์เหรอ
You're like human. This one is. How can I see this one? It jumps and sometimes has very long tongue. Tongue has very long. Tongue. And then get very
อย่า
big.
ด้วยตัวอะไรอ่ะ
Okay, fast. Oh, it's very big. Only. Okay, this one. So many hands and no reach. In the ocean, swimming.
ตัวอะไรอ่ะ
A lot of hands, feet, this one, feet, and they swim in the ocean. Okay, next.
snake
And second. This one, swimming.
fish
Yes, thumbs up. Okay, 2 points. It's a line, very good.
เดี๋ยวแล้วคุณพี่ว่ะ
Okay, about 1 minute. Are you ready?
ready
Okay, start.
Anthony
มาแอนเชียนโรบอท
transformer
in the jungle jungle
Hasan
แล้วใช้สูตรหรือ
Okay, okay, okay.
อ๋อ47
Yes, 4 points.
and
drink
of the
อ๋อเป็นอ๋อ
salon
the lot of the เอา Toretto Fast and Furious
SWOT
SWAT
saber
Samurai
Darth Vader
Darth Vader or Star Wars
Points on top. Thank you.
Elwood
So the winners. Give them larger big hands. One person should try.
I got 0
How about
Excellent.
one more game for Ajahn Faisal and
Yeah.
I get 0
one game for you.
I think
Please.
One game
you
for
guess
you.
Let's try.
That you can carry over.
Yes
People.
Okay.
People.
Okay.
The only one left. Wow.
no we have
You get 0
Okay, time 1 minute. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start.
Wow, very good singer.
male or female
It's male, and of course, yeah,
You can sing a song for you.
yeah.
You can sing.
you think
You can
Thai
sing.
or
English, American one. Yeah. Yeah, his names are very, very clear to all. Yeah. And opposite Jenny. Opposite. Yeah, normally you call the English people what name? Pass. Oh my goodness. Oh, this one very clever. Say you have 2 ways to live your life. He's a scientist, very famous one.
very famous one
Yeah.
Einstein
Yeah. Wow, this guy. This guy, the guy who dropped from the airplane and then a very famous, I don't know, singer, the star, movie star in Thailand. The actor. Yeah, it's the first word from the bank of the Thai bank.
first word from the Thai bank
Yeah, the government bank. Okay, pass. Yeah. Oh, this one, they got a car accident. Yeah. Married to Charles.
got the car accident
Yeah.
Do you know?
Harold.
Rod
Yeah, the daughter of the Harrod's owner. Oh, and no. Very high class. Oh, 0.
oh
No, just now is Princess Diana.
This is Diana.
Princess Diana.
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you
At least we get one.
at least I get one
Not 0. It's a very funny game, and it's a game that I think will help us to practice our general knowledge and listening also. So may I go, thank you for creating this kind of activity so that we can improve our language skill. Next one is table topic session. May I invite ETM leaders, please?
Thank you so much. Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmasters support. Every day, people ask questions to us, and we answer them without any preparation. So for example, we go home and our mom or dad or husband or boyfriend will ask, why are you late? So we have to think on the reasons why are we late so that they will not get angry to us, to save our life, right? In Toastmasters, we practice how to answer properly to always save our life. So it's good that we practice here so that wherever we go, we talk to our parents, to our boss, to anyone. We can do table topics because we do it every day anyway. So in our session, I'm going to give 5 questions, easy questions. And then we do have a timer who's going to help us. Why do we need time? Because in speaking, if you talk so little time, not enough information. If we talk too long, we get bored because too much information. In table topics, the best time is 2 minutes. So we will practice it here. Our timer will show the green sign. Green sign. Yeah, the timer will show green sign for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah. Yes. Okay. 1 minute. Yes, and then the yellow sign for 1 minute 30 seconds that you've been talking already. You can still talk, And then after 2 minutes, the red sign will be shown, which means almost enough. After 30 seconds, the bell will be rung, which means to say it's enough, don't talk anymore. So we will practice that one here, so that if you go to your work, you can also do it. Since next month is Christmas, our topic is about Christmas. Okay, everyone can answer. So the first question is very easy. What will you do on Christmas Day? So what will you do on Christmas Day? So who likes to answer? What will you do on Christmas Day? Anyone? What do you plan to do on Christmas Day? And you can talk for 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes. Does anyone like? Or I can pick someone. Okay, I can pick someone. Maybe from here? Yes. What will you do on Christmas Day? What will you do on Christmas Day? Thank you so much. Anything.
Miss you, okay? My name is Tia from Borihan Entrada. For Christmas Day, I don't have had any because I so just have said anything with other friends from website. You can have good time with our family, holidays so fast and snow. So I think it's like, yes, for me, no, I at work and they don't have anything. Thanks for hearing me. Now, how many minutes?
Yes, you can still talk more.
Yes, but I talk again.
Yeah.
I don't have family.
Or holiday, any holiday.
But New Year, yes, I have to have live party with family. We have travel or yes, it's like yes. I am from Nakhon Sima. It's cool. It's a nice fall. Yes. Again, it's okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. So the answer is very clear. Yes. Even for sometimes, if someone asks you a question and say, oh, I don't have any plans for that, you can change it. You can say, like what she did. She says like, okay, not on Christmas, but on New Year. So that is still okay. That is what we do in table topics anyway. Yes, yeah. So let's have an example from our distinguished Toastmaster Paisan. How to answer table topics.
This coming Christmas, I might fly to Penang to meet my friend who is the professional Santa Claus. You know professional Santa Claus? I sent him 24 gloves for him and the red hat for his Christmas. And every year he served as a Santa Claus, giving out things to children over there. And I would like to be on his reindeer. Yes, going to give the gifts to the children in Penang. I hope that this year he will go farther to Kuala Lumpur and somewhere else. So during the Christmas, the most important thing, even I'm the Buddhist, I enjoy every occasions, every celebrations in life. Whether it's Christian, Muslim, Thai, or whatever, I celebrate it. Because I was born in the South and that lived in Malaysia for a while and then in Thailand. And of course, I'm sure that during the Christmas and can learn how to give the gifts to children and be happy and bring all the good luck, not only for me, but for people involved during the Christmas. It is a holiday and it is also a merry-making occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, how you like Christmas, it's your choice. Back to you.
Very good example on how we are going to answer table topics or any question. The second one is also related to, let's say, like we can say New Year better, okay? Because we celebrate it in our heart. Okay, where do you like to go on New Year? Where do you like to go on New Year? Or this New Year, where do you like to go? Anyone? Any volunteer? Where do you like to go this New Year? Okay, maybe we can have. Yes? Where do you like to go? Yes.
This year I think I'm travel on Nakhon Ratchasima.
Yes, my home.
Yes. I want to go to my home, friend home. Yes. I like cold.
Yes,
And
better. Abu Dhabi.
and shabu and celebrating with my friends.
Okay, thank you so much. So if you really like the cool weather, let's join them in Nakhon Ratchasima. So let's visit their hometown this New Year. Thank you so much. I know that Nakhon Ratchasima is a very good city, a very good province. Number 3. This is someone for those who have loved one. Who do you like to spend New Year with? Who do you like to spend the New Year? Okay? Who do you like to spend the year with? Do you want to try?
Spend New Year.
Who? Okay, please come here. Who do you like to spend the New Year?
In New Year, I think I want to use the time for my mother because I like my mother. Now she's sick, she cannot walk. She has so I think in the New Year have a one day family. I am a Muslim I think I use one the new year to live with my master a lot and have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we wish and we hope a very, very good time for you and your mom. Okay, the fourth question. What do you like to receive, or what do you like to get on New Year's Day? What do you like to get or receive on New Year's Day? The guy at the back? Yes? Yeah. What do you like to receive, or what do you like to get on New Year's Day? What or who or any?
Hello everybody, my name is Titipon Amonpon, official, legal official. About a topic, get
What do you like?
what do you like to get?
Yes.
I think New Year I'm back to hometown with my family, and till now go to make a new town, with my family and Suphanburi and Suphanburi. I think I want to get a new house very soon and in New Year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we hope that if you get the new house, please invite us for the blessing, and we will all go inside your beautiful house. And the last question, so you can volunteer here because it's the last question, okay? What do you like to give? What do you like to give on New Year's Day? Okay, wow, thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Promet Najan. I come from district section. It's 4. My name is Promet Najan. My name is you can call me Bird. New Year. I can keep my gift for my girlfriend. And next month, I think I move in my room, new room, at Saturday. My opinion, I think small party with my girlfriend to present my new room. I hope she like me. For I give my gift at memory. Right now, and my time already.
Wow, you got it
Packet.
already.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised with my girlfriend.
Oh.
It's wonderful tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And we hope that you will have a very good relationship with your girlfriend. If you will have the wedding, please don't forget to invite us. Okay. I really appreciate everyone for your answers. And we do not only do it in Toastmasters, but wherever we go, feel free to say what you really feel. That is the most important thing in communication. Yes, I return back the control to Toastmaster today.
Thank you very much. The table topic question is the opportunity where we have a chance to answer something that we didn't expect it before. I work in the parliament and I got a lot of unforeseen circumstance every day. Like if anybody asks you, because I sit behind the president quite often, if anybody asks you that, will there be an election on the 24th of February? How will you answer? There are a lot of things that maybe you have to choose the word wisely, because when you answer to the media, they will copy that, and now you see, since we have a lot of social media, they will put it on their phone, and then it will be related to many sources. So that's why I like topic session, because it will train us to improve our thinking ability. Now we come to the second, but please give a very big hand to DDM winners and all the respondents. Now we come to the prepare speech session. Today we have 3 speeches, and I will add a little bit more since you are appointment officer of something that we will face next year. But first come to the first speaker first. First speaker is TM Tam, and his title is Study Abroad. If there's no personal evaluator, I suggest we can have a panel evaluation like some clubs did. So please welcome Toastmaster Tam.
The objective of project 2, select an appropriate outline which allows listener to easily follow and understand your speech. Make your message clear with supporting material directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transition when moving from one idea to another. And the last one, create a strong opening and conclusion. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. My topic today is study abroad. I'd like to ask the question first that when you were young, have you ever dreamed to go to study abroad? I had my dream and I made it come true. As you know that in the first one, I graduated from the university in Thailand, that's Chulalongkorn University. And then I started working with the Department of Land as the internal audit. And at that time, the Department of Land has had a project called the Land Title Project. They aim to issue the title for every parcel of land within 20 years. And they had a lot of scholarship. The only one that I can apply is the business in property, which I don't know what it was. But I like to go to study abroad, so I grab it. I have a dream that I like to go to study abroad somewhere. I don't care what it was, and because my mother and my father cannot send me because there would be a lot of money, so I think I should take one. The scholarship. And you know that maybe that long time ago, maybe 20 to 30 years ago, when you apply a scholarship for the government, you have to sit in the exam held by the Department of Technical and Economic Cooperation. I had to sit in the exam. For the first time, at that time my English was not poor, but was not so good. My my point, I get maybe 52 points from 100, and they required that I have to get 60. So what did I do? I took an English course, maybe study on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And my second exam, I had about 56. Improved for three points for one course of English. That's not enough, so I have to took another course at the Thammasat University. The third time I sat in the exam, I think I got about 59.66, and they allowed me to go. Right? So my dream just come out. I have a scholarship to go to study business and property in Adelaide, in Australia. That's the first one that I have to manage. The second one, my travel. At that time, I think Suvarnabhumi was not happening. It's only Don Mueang, and if you go to another country, there will be a lot of people go to send you and with a flower on your neck. Be a big story to go there, and for me as well, my family sent me at the airport, and that was the first time I was travel alone by plane. I have to go to Singapore, Bangkok to Singapore, Singapore to Perth, and Perth to Adelaide. And because of the flight delay, so when I reached Adelaide, no one picked me up. No one picked me up. And I wait there for 2 hours, still no one picked me up. I decided that I should go into the town, catch a taxi. And then I got the address that to go to find somewhere here. And unfortunately, they moved that office maybe 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago. I couldn't find anyone, so I come down in front of the building and don't know what to do. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, into that dark. So I decided that I should find some hotel to stay tonight. But suddenly, one kind man just come from in the building, and he looked for me for the address, and then he took me to that address. So I was so lucky that the first help from the Australian guy. Study abroad is not easy, but I think everyone should have that experience to go there. Like I have. I think it's a good experience, and maybe it's the thing that made your dream come true. So that's my story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, I'm a government officer, and I studied in Australia, but I did not study in Adelaide. I studied in Melbourne with a scholarship, and I faced that kind of experience before. Because when I was sent for a test, more than 100 people sitting in that room, and then I told my father and my mother that I think I have no chance, because I don't think my English is good, but I think it's a fluke. Only 3 people got the scholarship on that year, and I was one of the 3. So I understand what you just told us, because when we are overseas, we have to do everything for ourselves. We cannot rely on anyone else. We have to find a way from the airport to our what we call our place where we have to stay to university. So I learned about that before when I was younger than this, and then I think that, but it's a very good experience to go and study abroad, because in Thai you study with the Thai people, and then if you study abroad, you have to use English. You have to, and I study political science, and then what I learned on that time is that 3 hours, the first 1.5 hours, was lecture by the lecturer, and the second half will be a discussion. So I learned how to speak on that day, and then when I raised my hand with the lecturer, they said, "You are the last because you speak quite long." So, but I learned from that day, from my study in Australia, that you have to think something not as you study in Thailand, because nobody will help you. Now, since we don't have any personal URL leader, Venus will be okay. So. I think will be on the other round that Venus will evaluate when it's come to evaluation time. Now, come to the second speaker, Toastmaster Wang. I think. Wang, do I pronounce your name correctly? Yes. So, his topic will be speaker under project 2 under the topic of AI.
Today I will talk about AI, which is my project number 2. The objective is selecting an appropriate outline around listeners to easily follow and understand your speech, make your message clear with supporting material directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transition without moving from one idea to another with a strong opening and conclusion. So, I don't know if you know about AI. So, first I will tell you what is AI. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. AI refers to an area of computer science that makes machines seem like they have human intelligence. Good that would imply intelligence by human. Actually, machine tries to copy our activity, like learning, seeing, talking, socializing, reasoning, of problem solving. So right now AI is very going very fast and getting more and more intelligent. And we can see now a lot of examples in our daily life. First, if you have a smartphone, you are interacting with AI already. For example, on your mobile phone, you have a personal assistant, which is AI. You know or not, but it's AI. We talk to Siri, we talk to a machine. Be careful. Some camera have some smartphone have a camera with AI assistance. That means you can take a photo which AI will customize or fixes to adjust every configuration to make your photo better, like a professional photograph with for you. And if you have a car in the future, a car will be a car, and you don't need to drive anymore. We call the car self-driving car. Yes. Actually it's not filter, it's not a fiction. Tesla is the first, no, I think it's the first, but it's the most popular, about, because they have a car with the program, which is not actually auto driving, but almost done. You need to adjust some programming to AI able to do that. And we have also a drone delivery. In the country, they can do that already. You can call to order some pizza, and you will deliver by drone to your home wherever you are. And if you have Facebook, which is also conducted by AI, your feed on your wall, everything that was arranged by AI. They know what you like, you don't like, what is your interest to. And if you like to listening to music on the kind of music or media stream like Spotify, YouTube, they also have AI to follow you and to just suggest the music you like, and able to make your playlist based on your interest. Very interesting. Okay. And if you go somewhere you don't know where to go, AI can help you with Google Maps, right? And AI is intelligent. It can tell you if your phone has an accident and suggest you to take another itinerary. Or if you take a Grab and service car like Uber, they use also AI to take the driver who is nearest to you, and the most rating is their score. If it's a good driver, they score. So as you see, all of our lives are impacted by artificial intelligence on a daily basis. Wherever we are using our smartphone, surfing on the internet, buying product online, using navigation program, watching time on social media, or listening to song on our favorite streaming service, we are watching by AI.
Thank you so much, team. Wow, a very timely subject, issue. And you see, this is one of the serious problems of Thailand at this moment. I will give a short talk relating to that in a few minutes about AI and why the government was so worried about Thailand people as a whole. And I will give a short talk about the chairmanship of ASEAN for Thailand also. Now it's come to the third speak. The speaker title is Movie Gens, and then TM Benz will deliver that speech. Please welcome TM Benz.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I speak Project 3 movie. Yes, I exciting and sound. Okay, film or movie a process that recording movie image and then show it on screen. The film created by photographic action scene with a little motion. Picture by picture, and in the second 20 picture, the first mix into movie. Yes. In addition, film can be made from real story or imagination. Yes. At the present, people can go to watch movie in the movie theater, at home, and on computer and smartphone. Yes, and anytime. But watch movie in home will save cost, bus, BTS, MRT, and avoid traffic jam. Yes, and I sometimes go to movie theater, ride a car. Movie theater is no parking and serious. Okay, type of movie and action movie. The Terminator, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And Alien and Robocop, Lambo, Sylvester Stallone. He never died. He take gun and the bomb, boom, boom. He never died. Yes. And Star Wars. I don't know. Seven series and James Bond Legend movie. Yes. And Indiana Jones action movie. We have adventure, the Busan Dangerous, find gold and diamond. Yes, and drama movie. Titanic, Jack and Rose. I watch it. And I'm sad that Jack died. Lost live and cry, Jack died. And Shawshank, best movie. You know, Godfather and Green Mile. And three horror movies. Frankenstein, people dead, and the scientist shocked in the electric in the brain. Shocked. He lives, but the brain is died. Win-win. And zombie, vampire, and Conjuring, Annabelle, Saw, Friday 13. Friday 13 in the mask, hockey mask, take a sword, kill people. I'm scared. Fourth, comedy movie. You know, Home Alone. Home Alone in the children, in the house, and Thief in the house. He is intelligent. Ban tay blue gạo and Johnny English, you know Johnny English, Johnny and Scary Movie. Scary Movie is a mixed movie. It's a comedy movie. And fight animation movie. Toy Story, Frozen, Lion King, and Finding Nemo. But finally, I wish everyone enjoy watching movie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today I have a chance to meet a lot of people who share same thing like me. I like watching movie also, and you see, I learned a lot of language, a lot of English from watching movie. You see, now there are a lot of Hollywood movie in Thailand, like Bohemian Rhapsody, which is a story about the Queen band, or Dr. Seuss, somebody as DTM Venus mentioned about Christmas, Dr. Seuss and Prince, it's something about Christmas thing also. The girl in the spider web, I don't know whether it was still shown in the theater or not, or the Nutcracker is something about horrible movie. I like watching movie and I learn a lot of idioms, English idiom from movies also. I think I like you because we share something in common. I don't know whether there are any personal evaluator or not. Venus movie. Okay, I will ask for that later. But before going to the evaluation session, I would like to spend only 2 or 3 minutes talking to you about something. As you are our government officer, you should know that this is my unclassified speech, and I intend to speak to every government officer. Please know that next year Thailand will assume the presidentship, the chairmanship of ASEAN, and then we have to have a lot of things to do. But what I was told by the committee on this regarding the Toastmaster was that according to Article 34, English is official language, and we are sometimes in the bottom 3, sometimes in the bottom place. So we need to develop our ability in language skill, because from next year we are the president now, we are the chairman of all ASEAN, of 10 ASEAN countries. I have talked with B.D. Nasara, and we need to have more pride, even in the government office, that you would have a chance to work with people from other countries. There will be at least 150 international conferences regarding ASEAN next year from January to December, and Thai government officers will have to attend as we are the host country. So there are many things about ASEAN that you should know. If I spend all the time telling you about the problem of ASEAN, it will take so long. But what I would like to follow Toastmaster Kwan was that another thing that the government was so worried was about this cybersecurity. Yesterday, I spent the whole day with the people in the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, and somebody who shares the thing about AI, that we found that our what we call computer or digital ability is so low and so poor. I will talk with the director later if he has time for me, but if he has no time, then maybe I call him and talk about that later. That this is one of the problems that the government is so worried. A lot of things, not only language, not only security, cyber security is spoken. Aging society also, money that we should have to run the country also. So that's all the thing that maybe I will find time and talk to my unclassified speech to government officer that what the government is worried since the beginning of next year. I will just give some of this view in my evaluation to Toastmaster One. So I think we have finished all the prepared session, which is the second part of the Toastmaster meeting. Now we come to evaluation session. May I invite Didier Paisan? Please welcome him, please.
Mr. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Evaluation makes us understand ourselves much better. Toastmasters has been surviving over 94 years because of its evaluation system. We help each other to evaluate. A lot of people think they are capable of doing things, but for years, sometimes they forget to improve themselves because no constructive evaluations. But in Toastmasters, when we come together, don't worry whether you are evaluated in any kind of evaluations. Keep it and then see what's good for you. If good, take it home. If not, leave it here. Not throw it back at one of us, because we just feel that we can learn something, be a better speaker. I would like to say nowadays, instead of globalization, we are coming to the era of robotization. We are not talking like Paisan to Venus in the next 50 years. Paisan robot, the robot talking to Venus robot in the next 50 years. We are now talking to Siri. When you ask Siri questions, Siri give you back a silly question, a Siri answer. So a lot of things in the future. For example, when we come to the club, probably a robot will be standing here, give you the evaluation. And in the next generation, another robot will be in the room. So it will be confusing at the moment. Instead of globalization, we have the new era. We are talking to the robot. Last week, somebody asked me when I was giving a speech, he said, what happened during the robotization? I said, those who can communicate can still survive. Because behind every robot, there is a communicator. There is a leader who calls the robot to work, analyze what the robot will be doing. So there will be more commanders behind the robot. It's more risky, but everything will be normal as today. Because if we were born in the next 50 years, everything will be common. Seeing the robot in the morning, oh, a robot father. You ask one question, he say yes or no, and that's all. And then anyway, in that family, between the neighbors, communication still counts. If you did not communicate, you got a problem. For example, in the future, you are going to pay the tax. You are not talking to the officers. You are talking to the robot. And if the robot says you are wrong, you cannot argue. And then you have to go back to see your own robot and find the documents to prove it at the court. And how about the next 50 years? The attorney might be a robot too. That's the problem. So don't worry about that. We keep on with good communication, give good speeches, and become the master of robots. That we will survive. And in Toastmaster, evaluation is simply given for self-improvement. So don't worry, when you get evaluated, just smile and feel okay, I will take it, I will be a better speaker. Never say no, because if we are progressing, say yes. We have a lot of challenges in life. For example, the next week I have to sing an English song. Yeah. Normally I sang only Chinese song, but this time they say no, you have to sing English song. I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. I tried to find a song, I could hardly sing English song. I didn't know why even I spoke English. Because English songs sometimes very difficult for me. I always sing the song that most people don't understand. That's easier, right? But next week, on Monday, they said you have to sing only English song to start the celebration. I hope I can make it. I started practicing last night. I couldn't sleep because it go pian all the way. It's very difficult indeed. Anyway, today when we have speakers, we have evaluators. This is our plan in Toastmasters to learn from each other. So before I introduce the evaluators, I would like to introduce our time reporter. Our timekeeper today is none other than Toastmaster Jirachaya. Welcome.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jirachaya. I'm from the Human Resources Department. I general evaluate fellow Toastmaster. Time is very important in the public speaking. As a time, my role is to remind speaker on how much time they spend on their speech and how much time they have before they should finish their speech. Here is my report on the day. Today, President opened the meeting at 1:35 in the afternoon PM. Toastmaster of the day took change at 1:40 PM. During table topic session number 1, Nitya, you took 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And number 2, Ajahn Aisan is right. Gentleman is very good to talk. Ajahn Aisan took 2 minutes and 35 seconds. It's very good. Next, Venus took 3 minutes. Venus took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And next, the number TM Nipa. When topic, what name your topic? You took 1 minute and 23 seconds. And next, number Toastmaster Parame. You put a top, you shoot 1 minute and 30 seconds. The next, during people's 3 seconds, TM time to she said topic study. I like when I listen. She have a lot of experience. She took 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And next piece, Mr. Kwang, TM Kwang. He said topic AI. He took 6 minutes and 40 seconds. And TM Brent, he said topic about movie. Is right. He took 6 minutes and 25 seconds. That is all for my report. Thank you very much.
This is the first time. Give her a thunderous round of applause. I love the way when he took 3 minutes and 30 seconds. This is also a great one to cheer up. Normally, when you give the first one, I thought that, oh, that means this one within the time, the other may not be in time. And then the second one, everyone enjoy it. I like it so much this way. And of course, one of the things when we give the report, the most important thing when we stand up, somebody invite to you like the general evaluator. When we come up to the lectern, we will greet Mr. General Evaluator first, and then start to give the report. Like we say, it being us, the Toastmaster of the day, we say, Madam Toastmaster of the day, and then we give the report. You have done well today. Give her a big round of applause. Since the prepared speech is still fresh in our memory, I will go with the first speaker, Toastmaster Tam. Toastmaster Tam, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the personal evaluator DTM winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very lucky for having a very, very good speaker with us. Let's give a round of applause to our speaker, Toastmaster Tom. And thank you so much for bringing your storytelling technique here in our club. It's very natural that when she was delivering her speech, it's not just telling a speech from behind. It's just like most of us, like, we think that if we are going to deliver a speech, it should be like robotic or something that is from the internet. But Toastmaster Tam chose her personal story, which she delivered it very natural. So just like you're listening, like you're just speaking with your friends, you're just speaking with us and sharing to us your personal experience. And that is a very good technique in public speaking as well. Thank you for that, for showing that one. I really like the way you constructed the story. First, you have the main topic or the main idea, that is studying abroad. After that, you talk about your experience. Why did you study abroad? And after that, you followed with the subtopic, your traveling experience, which is really very good in a structure of a speech. You can do like that one as well. I really appreciate that in your speech, you are very positive. Here is one phrase that I really like about the word that you say, and I want that to emphasize to everyone. My English is not so poor but not so good. In public speaking, the most special thing that we can do is to inspire people. Out from story, we tell a lot of story, and there is only one value that we can give to our audience, and that is that word. Feeling that we are here, we are average, we are in the middle, we know something else, and we can be better. That is the meaning of your word, and I really like that one. Keep on doing that one. Here is one thing that I may suggest to make your speech even more effective. We would like to see some old photos before, maybe 1 or 2 or 3. It would be very, very interesting to see like, how do you look like before? Like that was like when you went to Australia, or like anything that will give one photo or 2 about your personal experience that will show that, oh, so that audience will be even more attracted to your story. That would be very great. I really enjoyed your speech and I learned something else. It's very valuable. It's not only sharing a story, but it's also inspiring your audience. I believe that if you keep on coming and sharing your story, you will help a lot of your friends or colleagues here in our club. Congratulations.
Yes, I will, as the general evaluator, normally I will not touch much on the speaker, but on the personal evaluator. Today, Venus applied the sandwich method of evaluation, complimented the speaker, and then show room for improvement. Give the highlight and the suggestion. This is very important. If you tell somebody something, you don't show anything, how can they know how to rectify their mistakes or their weak points? So this is one of the way, and at the end also saying the speakers got valuable speech that we learn from her. These three parts are very important in any evaluation. I'm sure that the speaker felt happy with the evaluation. So give Venus a big round of applause. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Kwang, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming DTM support.
General Evaluator, all my beloved members, Toastmaster class, especially Toastmaster Kwang. I would like to say that if I can turn my time back to yesterday, when I had a very big meeting with Deputy Prime Minister Kim about this that I showed you, I raised my hand and I told him that I don't think many government officers pay attention to AI. If there's a meeting before that, I will ask him to come to the Ministry of Finance. And I'm sure that under the leadership of Toastmaster 2, Deputy Prime Minister Kim will have another view. Whether you like it or not, now we have to understand AI. In Rama Tiffany Hospital, we are going to have a robot to be like a doctor operate you. The society of robot is very important. That's why I like your story. It's a timely issue. You try to explain what is the meaning of AI by using so many examples. I like your content very much. You give various examples of AI that it is essential for us to know and to learn. Then I am also glad that you put some jokes in your speech also, which will make people not so serious about that. What I would like to say that you will add to your speech a little bit more constructive was that in the conclusion, I still feel that if you have a much stronger conclusion about the positive and negative of knowing AI, that will make your speech more complete. So anyway, it's a good story. It's a good speech. It gives all the audience to be aware of the thing that many high-ranking government officers are so worried about this, that because we need government officers to run the country, and if we have government officers like you who pay some attention to AI, I think that Thailand will have a good future. So once again, please give a big hand to Toastmasters Kwang. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, of course, I would like to say congratulations to Toastmaster Kwang. For our evaluator, as you could see, we're trying to point the things out, what Toastmaster Kwang did say about it. and how to apply it, and at the end, focusing on how to make a better conclusion, a stronger one, a more impactful one. This is what we learn. And normally when we would like to introduce the speakers, now for example, Toastmaster Kwan, in your future speech, I hope that you can reinforce the power in your conclusion. Then the speaker will learn more. Now here, because of the small room, he used you most of the time is still okay. But if in a bigger room, in a bigger audience, you will say, for example, I look at Toastmaster Kwan and say, Toastmaster Kwan, if you reinforce your conclusion a little stronger, I do believe it will be the most perfect speech. And you know the audience, Toastmaster Kwan just now did something when we talk to the audience. So we have to learn how to do that. All in all today, support, congratulations. Before going to the last speaker, we have our culture today. Who is our art culture? Do we have? If not, congratulations to everyone. You know, normally is very common to all of us. At home, do as many times as you want. But in giving a speech, don't too often. I listened to someone, with the high-ranking officer talking for 5 minutes with about, when I counted, over 45 hours. But on television, sometimes it's wasted a lot of time. Not only his or her time, but the audience time. That is so important. And of course, at home, so do it alone. But at work, try to reduce it. That's all. And of course, the final speaker, Toastmaster, what's the name? Toastmaster bands. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming DTM Venus again.
Mr. General Evaluator, and most especially to Toastmaster bands. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm in bringing the story and delivering a very, very informative speech. First and foremost, that I really like about your speech was when you came here, you have a very, very nice smile to everyone. Wherein you are going to say, you are going to share something that you really like. And what you did is you choose a topic that is close to your heart. That's why you enjoyed the presentation. That is very important. You are going to present the speech, choose the one that you really like, so that if you enjoy presenting it, the audience will enjoy it too. And I really enjoyed your presentation. Second one, content structure again. It seems that you studied really well how to present your topic. The main topic about movies, you even defined what is movie. And then you gave different kinds of movies and examples. I really enjoyed the way you gave examples with your hand gestures and body language in the action. It's really cool. I really like it. Here's one thing that you may add in your upcoming speeches. This is your stage. It means to say it's yours from this point until to this point. Since in your speech there could be more action, you are very good in using your hand, you can also move. It will give more power and the audience will enjoy it. Second one, never say sorry in the beginning or in the end or in any part of your speech. Once you come here in front, you are the expert already. Saying yes to a speech is already a way of saying that I am an expert, or I will be an expert in speaking. So we will not come here and say, I'm sorry, I did not prepare well, or I'm sorry, this is my first time. Don't say that, because the audience are very happy that you are here in front and delivering your speech. Toastmaster bands, I believe that if you keep on speaking, you keep on delivering the subject topics that you really want, and you emphasize the usage of stage and the way you use your body language, you will become a very great speaker. Congratulations.
Yes, again for Venus, thank you very much, congratulations. For the speaker, keep on, congratulations. And of course, I don't know whether you have better English today, but a few words that I would like to mention. Genre, how do you pronounce it? Normally, Gen, we say gen, right? R-era, but in English we say genre. Yeah, you know, a lot of us will say television, right? Or actually, we say with the shen and the zen. The zhen and the shen on the different, we say question, but television. Yeah, no, but with the shen, when we say television, be careful. With the question, television. Why we say vision? Because the I is in front of the S. We don't say shen, we say shen, television. We say action, right? We say genre. We don't say genre, genre with R, genre, because genre is the word. And I heard somebody say like, oh, important, that is great, the word. But be careful, don't say important. Stress on the second syllable. When I and Ajahn Arun went to one big celebration, the MC standing up and said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to invite the most important person. Important means penman. Ajahn Arun, I say, Arun, you are important. And then the MC did not know. Then I raised a hand, not important, but important person. So be careful when we stress the syllable important, not important. And of course, I heard somebody say mun, like Toastmaster friends, you can say days, I feel stunned, or I feel like stupefied, or any word. If you cannot say it at that moment, I feel mun in English, like because you are speaking English. Don't worry about that, you can use it. But we have better English, right? Yes, so I would like to invite Toastmaster J as a grammarian. Welcome.
Yes, for our grammarian today, we would like to present about preposition. Preposition is a word that relates a noun or pronoun to another word in a sentence. We can see at the back of this page. The preposition is just like the word about, above, across, or after. Can you give me just for some example of each one? Everyone. Maybe let's start with Ajahn Paisan. Can you give us just for one example? Let's use one of preposition here.
About a story.
Just one sentence.
Okay.
Any stories.
Okay.
Just for one sentence, let's use preposition.
I use a preposition in this.
Yes.
Okay. So in a preposition, I'm trying to talk about something important today.
Okay. How about yes?
I'm sitting between Toastmaster and Ajahn Paisan.
So yes. So the preposition is between. PTG.
This TRD Toastmasters as is pronunciation.
Okay, thank you. Next, Ajahn Subodh, can you give us some
Preposition.
some prepositions?
Understanding AI is very essential to all of us.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Can you give us some example sentence that use preposition? Louder, please.
Please, you can
Louder,
hear me?
please. So everyone can hear. was.
I will go to Villa with partner.
Okay, that's for purpose that is with you. So lazy at the back, if you can try, I will back to you later.
I back to home after play football with my friend.
Okay, nice, thank you.
This bottle on the table.
Yes.
Sit near bed.
Before I came to this meeting, I felt very nervous.
Me?
Yes.
Sorry. Delete, for me, I live near Future Park, Langsit. I live near. Yes. I work here. Yes, for you. Yes, I know. Delete.
My home near and
Thank you. That's all about Gathering. And next time, we will prepare for the next meeting.
A very interesting session. And of course, one of the most important things when we come to Toastmasters, when we stand here, we use our hands freely. But don't forget, when we stand here at the lectern, we also use our hands freely, and it will have to be a bit higher. And that is all. That's why in Toastmasters, we learn on both parts, at the lectern and outside the lectern. Be sure when we stand in front of the lectern or behind the lectern, we do it with a bigger hand gesture. And when we stand here, don't forget, anywhere, if we speak, we use it. Yeah, to make it powerful. Be sure that our gestures depends on the audience. The sizes of the audience is very important. For example, when you go to work, you have only 5 people around you. And then you say, oh, so big, oh, and they get confused what happened to you. Tomorrow you give a presentation at work with 3 executives in front of you. You say, ladies and gentlemen, they say, don't shout, don't do that. So it depends like our voice as well. When we come here like this room, we have to moderate it. When we go with a small group talking to the boss tomorrow morning, we compose. Don't forget every time you speak, compose first before speaking. I don't know whether you compose every time. For me, if I speak on people who are talking about work, I will compose myself first. Compose means get ready for it, and then you get the deal. A lot of people are not prepared for that. You know, at home you say, when get money, hello, good morning, boy. When talk to my children, like, yeah, and good morning, boy. Okay. But when we go to work, we talk to people, we compose ourselves first. Even to the greeting. I don't know whether we do the greeting. For example, I say, Peanut, with all of you, I say, hey, Peanut, how are you? Yeah. But when I'm going to talk to Peanut as an executive of a company, I do it differently. I don't know, you can try. I try it in front of the mirror hundreds of times before doing this. That's why every time I got the deal, it's very easy. For example, I'm going to talk to one officer at a company, and every time I say, oh, he looks so big, the American. How I move towards him. I have to prepare myself. Mr. David. Mr. David, oh, he looks you smaller. You see, for Venus is the executive, I visualize Venus, oh, this kind of figure, a little shorter than arm. I say, hi, Venus. You know, we have the authority over there. If the guy is so big, hi, David, he said, you small boy. That's why the sizes don't count. or any success, it comes on how we measure our size to our speech. This is very important. If we have the authority, we can say something. But when we are speaking to someone in order to gain something, we talk with them with a composed manner. You can try, in a composed manner. Even every time I've been invited to be the keynote speaker, I visualize the audience. And when I go into the room, make sure that, people say, the speaker coming. Yeah, like for example, when you walk into the room, 200 people waiting for you, you walk, they don't care about it. You have to be different in your character, the same Paisan, but walk differently. At home, if I walk like this, my wife says something wrong with you, right? But when we are going to the stage with 400 people, one time I spoke about 800 people in front. That's why one of my friends got surprised. He said, I never saw you walk like this before. I have to be prepared to 800 people. I got in, people laugh, and then, wow. We have to be confident. And then we go on the stage, and they feel that you are the speaker. Right? So every time when we come to the club meeting, when we go back home, prepare ourselves. Not just leave it here. Speak to ourselves. I don't know whether you speak to yourselves at home. Yeah, when I was in the bathroom, sometimes I say, ladies and gentlemen, my wife said, whom you are talking to? No, so don't worry about that. The most important, polish ourselves. I do believe all of us here will not just be a Toastmaster, but will work as a professional anywhere we go. So can you make it? I'm sure you can. So shake hands with the one beside you and say, you are wonderful. Yes. We say this every day, and don't forget to say it every day. And have you ever thanked yourself? I have been doing this, I have been talking about this for a number of years, telling people, say, put the right hand over your chest where your heart located, not others' heart, our own heart, and say, thank you so much. Don't die yet. You're working so hard for me. I will do better. And talk to ourselves. I am wonderful. Tell, you can do it. 1, 2, 3. I am wonderful. Your self-actualization will be uplifted and become a stronger, a more confident speaker wherever you move. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
I think we are so lucky that we have beginners and students. We have learned a lot of things. I have one more secret to tell you, as you are all government officials with me. The government has decided, since we are a member of ASEAN, and since English is the official language of ASEAN according to Article 34. So, we will have a rule that if you want to have a, what I call career advancement, promoted to another higher position, language skill will be one of the criteria. So in the future, in the near future, if you know only about what we call finance, accounting, or anything, even the computer, and you still stay in the same position, you are still in the same position. The reason behind that was that you don't have enough language skill to be able to go to another higher position. Please ask your friend to come to Toastmaster meeting as much as possible. This is the place where you can make mistakes. This is the place where you can learn so many things. Today I learned about AI, I learned about some other thing, I learned about movie also, which I will talk to Toastmaster later, that we share the same interest. But there are a lot of friends of you outside this room. I told you one secret. I used to work in Japan. The first day when I was transferred to work in Bangkok, I feel frightened and shocked, and they want me to work with diplomats, with foreigners. Then how can a person who's not only one day in the whole year speak one word English? Then I was advised to become a Toastmaster. And you see, Toastmaster has completely changed my life. I learned how to speak, although it is not as good as Didier Baisar or Didier Venus. But I have learned quite a lot during my Toastmaster journey. You have a lot of friends outside here. Please ask them to come to have a training. This is the place where you can make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes even during my speech today, but I still want to come. Because if you make a mistake in Toastmaster meeting, it's much better than you make a mistake in front of your boss. And I guarantee you that if you don't improve your language skill when time passes, then if you are not promoted to a higher position, think of my word that I just say. Now, I think that we have a very productive meeting. It's not only I have a chance to tell you about the premiership of Thailand next year, but it's something that please practice. Please come to Toastmaster as often as possible, because it's in your office. You can come here, you can learn with so many other people. If I have time, if DTM Paisan, if DTM Venus has time, we will come and we will try to make some contribution to you. We will learn from each other. I learned something from you today also. So please invite your friend outside to come to Toastmaster meeting as often as possible. I'm glad, delighted to be among you in this meeting today. And since I told you that we are government officers, so if there's anything I can do for you, if there's some secret, I will tell you what is going to happen to our, what we call government officers' life. So I think I have completed my duties today. I should call the acting president. Please welcome the acting president, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I think as the acting president, you see me at the beginning. You saw me at the beginning, and this is the end of the meeting, so you see me again once. I would like to say that the meeting today is very, very useful, and everyone, if you think about coming here, listen to English for maybe almost 2 hours, practice your English, and it will be benefit for you. I would like you to go back to your department, your division, and say this thing to your friend, that your friend should come to the meeting as well, because you will be the one who get benefits from it. And as a Toastmaster of the day, DTM Support said that next year is very important because Thailand will be get involved with a lot of international meetings, and we are the government officer. We will take part. We will have a chance to take part in that meeting. So why not practice your English? Today, I would like to thank everyone who joined our meeting. Special thank to DTM Paisan, DTM Venus, and DTM Support. And thanks to, I think we have one person who have not a chance to speak in this room. So let's welcome him in front of the class and introduce himself.
is Pong Lamai. This time is the first time in Toastmaster Club, and the next time you can meet me again. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think it's the end of this meeting. The next meeting will be on 12th of December next month. Now I would like to announce that this meeting adjourned. Thank you.